Yep, we're back again. Hope you all are having a beautiful day. I know I am. Once again with Code Wars. And today's look is counting duplicates from Code Wars. And I'm going to do this one in Python. I know it sounds kind of weird, kind of resetting myself here a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be a Python exercise called counting duplicates. Let's dive into it real quickly. Count the number of duplicates. Write a function that will return the count of distinct case-insensitive alphabetic characters and numeric digits that occur more than once in the input string. The input string can be assumed to contain only alphabets. Not sure what that means, but well, I do know what it means, but it's kind of a weird wording. Assumed to contain only letters, really, upper and lower case and numeric digits. So the string's only going to contain letters and digits. So, count the number of duplicates. Looking down at the examples here, taking a minute to look at that, really what you got to do is you're going to get a count of the characters that have duplication in the string. Look at the second example here. It's a pretty good one, where you have two A's, two B's. You get a 2 from that because A is duplicated and B is duplicated. It's the number of characters that have duplication in the string. I know there's a lot of ways to word this and think about it, but that's kind of a way to think about it. The number of distinct characters that have duplication. Looking at this next one, double A, B, uppercase B. This is a case-insensitive exercise, so the two B's, lower and upper, these count as duplicates because we're supposed to be insensitive to the case. So two B's are two B's, so it means the B's are duplicated. Looking down at indivisibility, you see you have a bunch of I's in it. And so, and there's no other character that appears more than once. I occurs 6 times, but we're not counting the number of occurrences of a certain character. We're counting the number of distinct characters that have duplication. And I is the only character that has duplication, so we would return a 1. Only character that has duplication. So it's really how many characters in the string have duplication. And yeah, getting into these exercises, it's really all about attention to detail, where it's like you gotta key on the details or else you're not gonna come close to a solution. Let me erase the writing here. So then it's like, what's the approach here? So, whoops. The approach that I came up with is to really, I'm going to use the data structure of sets to find duplication here, where I'm going to turn the string into a set, removing all duplicates. Then I'm going to loop through the set to find how many duplicates of a distinct character are in the original string. And then I'm going to count how many there is. So I am going to, but yeah, actually, before I get into this, I'm going to show you guys how, really what I mean about using a set to kind of, as a duplication remover. And if you haven't been introduced to this idea, it's a very useful one in Python. where, and I'll bring in PyCharm here. For instance, let's say we've got a list that has some duplication in it. So we have duplicate 1s, duplicate 3s, duplicate 2s, and duplicate 4s. Actually, everything is duplicated in here. I'm going to use the set function to remove duplication, because the set data structure in Python, it does not allow for duplication. So when you convert something to a set, it removes the duplication from the structure. So if I do this, call the set function on the list, and then I print that set, you will see that the duplication is removed, just 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can take it and turn it into a list by using the list function. And then print that one out. Turn it to a list. And then I have a list with no duplication. So you take a set, or take a list, call set, remove duplication, turn it back into a list. I'm going to employ this to do the solution where I'm going to create a set from the string, because you can also turn strings into sets. I'm going to turn the string into a set, loop through the set, and then for each item in the set, I'm going to get a count of that character in the original string. So it'll be like how many A's, how many B's, how many C's, and for any count that is greater than 1, that means there's duplication. So then that will count as a duplicated character. Let's get into the code. Get back into the I almost said PyCharm. Get back into the Codewars interface here. And I'm getting a duplicate count. So I got to store that somewhere. So I'm going to create a variable to store the count. Make it equal to 0. And because this is going to be a case insensitive kind of search, I'm going to remove different cases or from the string, really making the string all the same case by just converting it to lowercase. So I'll do this. This really just makes it so that as I'm going through, there's no different cases. So the string will be case insensitive, basically. I'm not going to have to differentiate. It'll be good. Next, I'm going to create a set from this string, because I'm going to then loop through that set and then find out how many of each distinct character is in the original string. And I'll do a for each loop through the set. And then for each character, so S is going to be a character from the set, I am going to get a count of that character in the original string. So, and I'll put it in a conditional. I'm going to say, if the count of this character in the original string is greater than 1, I'm going to increase my duplicate count, because let's look at the possibility of A. Let's say if let's look at this string. if there's more than one A in this string, I'm going to increase my duplicate count. Well, there is more than one A, so I'm going to increase my duplicate count. And then I would go to B, because B would probably be the next letter in the set. Going to use the count function. If the count of that character is greater than 1, I'm going to increase my duplicate count. Because that means there's duplication, so I'm going to increase the count. And that is really all there is to do. There's not much more to this thing. I'm just going to return my duplicate count. And we're good, because this loop, for each character that is duplicated in the original string, it is going to increase the duplicate count. And once I've got that full count, I just return it and good to go. Great, passes there, passes there. Impressive, absolutely. So yeah, that was a pretty short and sweet solution here, and sort of made possible by using the set to take out the duplication and then looping through the set and comparing each character in the set to the original string, and if that character from the set occurs in the original string more than once, increase the duplicate count, and then I'll have a count of how many duplications are occurring in the string, and then I return that. Good to go. Exercise solve, solution done. And with that, I'm done. So talk to y'all next time. We are out.